बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आप सबको हमारे चैनल जीनियस ग्रुप में खुश आमदीद। आज की वीडियो में 9th क्लास बायोलॉजी के गेस्ट पेपर्स और माजी में पूछे जाने वाले अहम तरीन सवालात शेयर करेंगे। 9th क्लास वाले बच्चे जिनकी अभी तक तैयारी नहीं है तो वह ये वीडियो पूरी देखें, इंशाल्लाह पास हो जाएंगे। इंपॉर्टेंट एंड मोस्ट रिपीटेड शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस। चैप्टर नंबर 1, डिफाइन बायोलॉजी, define anatomy, define taxonomy, define genetics and biotechnology, what are parasites, define farming, horticulture and agriculture, differentiate between population and community, write scientific names of crow, frog, mustard and onion, define fossils, differentiate between unicellular and multicellular organism. Chapter number 2, differentiate between theory and law, why quantitative observation are considered better than qualitative observation, difference between quantitative and qualitative observation with example, define bioinformatics, what is incubation period, define scientific method and biological method, what do you mean by the biological problem, write the observation of Dr. A.F.A. King about malaria, what are the characteristics of good hypothesis, how we make hypothesis, what is meant by reduction. Chapter number 3, define biodiversity, briefly describe the importance of biodiversity, write aims of classification, what do you mean by binomial nomenclature, describe the relationship between taxonomy and systematics, difference between the terms distinct and endangered species, difference between the nutrition methods in plant and fungi, why viruses are not included in any kingdom, what is meant by deforestation, how the scientists give scientific names of living organisms, what are monera, write the names of five kingdom system, define cell theory, write its principle, write the functions of leucoplast and chromoplast. Chapter number 4, difference between diffusion, facility diffusion and active transport. What is meant by hypertonic and hypotonic solution? What is the Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex? What is osmosis? Difference between endocytosis and exocytosis. Difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. What are voluntary and involuntary muscles? Write the name of two tissues found in plants. Write about phagocytosis and phagocytosis. Write the function of plasmodesmata. What is meant by diffusion and facilitated diffusion? Define magnification and resolution. Chapter number 5, define cell cycle and write the name of its major phase. Difference between somatic cell and germline cells. What is regeneration? How asexual reproduction occur in hydra. Differentiate between benign and malignant tumors. What is metastasis? Difference between mitosis and meiosis. What is crossing over? What is disjunction and non-disjunction? What are apoptotic bodies? What is phragmoplast? What is meant by G0 and G1 phase? Define asexual reproduction with an example. What is meant by cytokinesis and karyokinesis? Chapter 6, what are biocatalysts? What are enzymes? Difference between substrate and product. What is activation energy? Define cofactor, coenzyme and prosthetic group. Write about the use of enzymes in the paper industry. How enzymes are denatured. In what way do enzymes reduce the activation energy? Difference between anabolism and cannibalism. What is meant by optimum pH for an enzyme? Write about the induced fit model and lock and key model of enzyme action. Chapter 7, define bioenergetics. What is ATP? Write names of its subunits. Write the significance of anaerobic respiration. Difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Define cellular respiration. What is electron transport chain? Difference between alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. Compare respiration and photosynthesis. What is glycolysis? What is meant by light reaction and dark reaction? What is the electron transport chain? How is it formed? Briefly explain oxidation and reduction process. Chapter 8, difference between bolus and chyme. What do you mean by nutrition? What are saturated and unsaturated fatty acid? Write the sources and function of vitamin A. What are water soluble and fat soluble vitamins? Write the sources and function of vitamin D. Write function of dietary fiber. What is balanced diet? Define malnutrition. Write names of its types. Write steps of digestion in human. Write the function of the oral cavity. What is peristalsis? What is an appendix? What is anemia? Write symptoms of ulcer. Write the causes of constipation and diarrhea. What is obesity? Write the names of two major kinds of fertilizer. Chapter number 9, define cohesion tension theory. What is meant by source and sink? Write the function of pericardial fluid. Define systole and diastole. What is the role of potassium ion in opening and closing of stomata? What is myocardial infarction? What is pulmonary and systematic circulation? Who are universal donor and universal recipients? What is leukemia? Write the composition of blood plasma. What is transpiration? What is antigen? Who are called universal donors? Write to difference between arteries and veins. अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें ताकि आने वाली हर वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन आपको बर वक्त मिल सके। इम्पोर्टेंट एंड मोस्ट रिपीटेड लॉन्ग क्वेश्चंस चैप्टर नंबर 1 और 3। चैप्टर 2 के क्वेश्चंस लॉन्ग आपने नहीं करने। Write a note on Muslim scientist. Describe the relationship of biology with other science. Give 4 careers in biology. Write note on tissue, organ and organ system. How human activities are affecting biodiversity. Write the aims and rules of binomial nomenclature. Write the aims and rules of classification. Give the importance of biodiversity. चैप्टर नंबर 4 और 7। चैप्टर 5 और 6 के आपने लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन नहीं करने। राइट अ नोट ऑन मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज इन प्लांट एंड मसल्स टिश्यूज इन एनिमल्स। राइट द स्ट्रक्चर एंड फंक्शन ऑफ न्यूक्लियस। राइट द फंक्शंस ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन एंड सेल वॉल। What is the cytoskeleton? Give its important. Write a note of endoplasmic reticulum. Epidermal tissue. Difference between light reaction and dark reaction. Write the role of light and chlorophyll in photosynthesis. Describe the limiting factor in photosynthesis. Explain the mechanism of respiration. चैप्टर नंबर 9। चैप्टर 8 के भी लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आपने नहीं करने। हाउ वेरियस फैक्टर्स अफेक्ट द रेट ऑफ ट्रांसपायरेशन। Write the causes, treatment, and prevention of myocardial infarction. Write a note on ABO blood group system. Transpiration is a necessary evil. Explain structure of human heart with diagram. Importance of RH factor in blood transfusion. अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें ताकि आने वाली हर वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन आपको बर वक्त मिल सके। 10th क्लास के तमाम सब्जेक्ट के गेस्ट पेपर्स अपलोड हो चुके हैं। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में।